meeting is now called to order. Please state your name when making a comment or asking a question. We will now begin with this meeting with a roll call of all members.
Thank you, Chair. I will go down the list of members. Please unmute and indicate if you are present. Mayor Freeman.
Present.
Thank you. Mayor Gallego. Mayor Hardkey.
Here.
Thank you. Chair Hermosillo.
Here.
Thank you. Vice Chair Osborne.
Here.
Thank you. Mayor Wires.
Present and accounted for.
Thank you. And Mayor Wheatley.
Present.
Thank you. Chair, we have a quorum.
Great, thank you so much. Our next item is call to the audience. MAG provides the opportunity for the public to comment on items that fall under MAG's jurisdiction that are not on the agenda, informational items, or items on the agenda for discussion and not for action. Members of the public are invited to submit written comments via the MAG website. Any comments received 2 hours prior to the meeting have been shared with the committee members in advance of the meeting for consideration and will be included in the formal meeting minutes. Staff, have we received any online meeting written comments for the call to the audience?
Thank you, Chair. We have received no online written comments from the call to the audience for this meeting.
Great, thanks so much. We will go ahead and proceed to agenda item number 3, which are informational items, but there seems to be no informational items for this meeting, so we will go ahead and proceed to item agenda.
Chairwoman, we have lost your audio. Can you hear us?
Yes, can you hear me?
We cannot hear you.
I can hear her.
I can hear her just fine.
Same.
Members of executive committee, can you hear us in the room?
Yes.
Give me a
Yes.
thumbs up if you can. Thank you. We have tech support coming in. One moment, please.
Okay, sounds good.
I like the thumbs up, Mayor Wheatley. That would do that again. The floating thumb.
Where is it? Let's see. There she is.
Learn how to do that one. That's a good one.
The things you learn when you're waiting to jump on a Zoom meeting, right?
I'm afraid to touch anything.
State your patience. Chairwoman, you can commence with the rest of the agenda.
Great, thank you so much. All right, we had no items for call to the audience. We were going to proceed to agenda item number 3, which is informational items. However, we have no informational items. So we will go on to agenda item number 4. Agenda item number 4 is approval of consent agenda. Item 4A, approval of the June 16th, 2025 meeting minutes is on the consent agenda. Does any member of the board have any questions or requests and edit to the minutes? All right, hearing none. Prior to approval of the consent agenda, there is an opportunity for members of the public to comment on this item. Staff, have we received any online written comments for this consent agenda?
Thank you, Chair. We've received no online written comments for the consent agenda.
Great, thanks so much. Is there a motion to approve consent agenda item 4A?
I would move to approve consent agenda. This is Mayor Wheatley.
All right, thanks so much. We have a second.
Second, Mayor Osborne.
Okay, we have a first by Mayor Wheatley, a second by Mayor Osborne, Vice Chair Osborne. Please turn on your cameras for a voice vote and keep your cameras on for a to collect roll call, and then we will collect anyone who doesn't have their camera on. All right, all those in favor say aye.
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 Those who oppose say nay. All right, I'm going to look at staff to see if there's anybody missing from the roll call.
Thank you, Chair. Everyone had their cameras on and the motion passes.
Great, thanks so much. All right, we will proceed to item number 5. Item number 5 is acceptance of a $1,250,000 of from the J.P. Morgan Chase Foundation for the Bridges to Housing Opportunities and Mentorship and Education, also known as HOME program. This item is on the agenda for action. Amy Sullivan, Community Initiatives Director, will present this report.
Thank you very much, Madam Chair and members of the board, for this opportunity to project on an exciting new project. This item is to accept the grant funds and in the next meeting to follow the executive committee meeting. That will be to amend the budget accordingly. We can go to the next slide, please. As background, we received policy direction to address housing as part of the Regional Homelessness Action Plan for local and tribal governments, known as Pathways Home. While we've worked in homelessness for more than 20 years, working in housing is a relatively new area of focus for us here at MAG. This plan identified increasing access to safe housing options as one of the three main goals in that plan. We responded with the development of Home is Where It All Starts campaign. That's a public education campaign to increase awareness about the need for and to increase acceptance of housing that's affordable, as well as the Home TA program. If we can go to the next slide, please. So in the first grant that we had received to support our housing work, we worked with a number of communities on 14 different projects where they received technical assistance. Participating communities include El Mirage, Phoenix, Tolleson, Buckeye, Goodyear, and Surprise. These communities defined their TA priorities and we connected them with consultants accordingly. The report about this project is being finalized as we speak. Next slide, please. This new grant then will continue and expand this work. In addition to providing technical assistance to local and tribal governments, we will also be providing technical assistance to nonprofit agencies. Nonprofit agencies will also be eligible to receive subgrants to test housing innovations that have been identified by community leaders. We're grateful to ASU's Morrison Institute for Public Policy, LISC, Gorman, Native American Connections, ULI Arizona, the Arizona Housing Coalition, Vitalist, and the Arizona Community Foundation for their support, and this project will be overseen by the Community Initiatives Coordinating Committee. We can go to the next slide, please. So at this meeting, we're asking to accept the funds with a corresponding request to the Executive Committee to amend the budget. The Community Initiatives Coordinating Committee will oversee this project in partnership with the action team being formed with the partners that were noted as part of the previous slide. Next slide, please. That concludes my presentation. I'm happy to answer any questions that you might have, and I thank you for your support of this important work. Thank you.
Great, thanks so much, Amy. Do any of the members have any questions or comments? No? All right. Hearing none, we will go ahead and proceed with a vote. However, there is an opportunity for members of the public to comment. I'm going to look to staff to see if we've received any online written comments for this agenda item.
Thank you, Chair. We have received no online written comments for this agenda item.
Okay, thank you so much. Is there a motion to accept $1,250,000 from JP Morgan Chase Foundation?
I'll move.
All right, who was that?
Second, Mayor
Wires?
Harkey.
Yes.
Second, Freeman.
All right, we have a first by Mayor Wires, a second by, I believe, Mayor Harkey. And we will go ahead and move forward with a vote. Turn your cameras on. Please leave them on until we collect everyone's vote. All right, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those who oppose say nay. Okay, I believe everyone's cameras were on. Is that correct, staff?
Correct, Chair. The motion passes.
All right, thanks so much. We will go ahead and proceed with item number 6, which is a request for any future agenda items. Or are there any requests from the membership for an item on a future agenda? All right, hearing none, we will go ahead and proceed with item number 7, comments from the committee. Are there any comments or announcements from the membership? All right, hearing none, we will go ahead and move with an adjournment with no further business. Today's meeting of the Regional Community Partners Board of Directors meeting is adjourned. We will now convene to MAG Regional Council Executive Committee meeting. All right. All right, we're calling this meeting to order of the Regional Council Executive Committee. I'm going to look to staff if we need to take a roll call of attendance for the record.
Thank you, Chair. Everyone from the previous meeting is here, so let's go ahead and start.
All right, thank you so much. We will move forward with item number 2, which is our call to the audience. MAG provides the opportunity for the public to comment on items that fall under MAG's jurisdiction that are not on the agenda, informational items, or items on the agenda for discussion and not for action. Members of the public are invited to submit written comments via the MAG website. Any comments received 2 hours prior to the meeting have been shared with the committee members in advance of this meeting for consideration and will be included in the formal meeting minutes. Staff, have we received any online written comments?
Thank you, Chair. Yes, we have received 1 online written comment for the call to the audience, which has been provided to the members in advance of the meeting for consideration.
All right, thank you so much. We will go ahead and proceed to agenda item number 3. Item number 3 is MAG Biannual Public Input and Community Outreach Report for July through December of 2025. This is for information only. Does any member of the committee have any questions or requests a presentation for item number 3? All right, hearing none. The next agenda item is number 4, which is approval of the consent agenda. Items 4A through 4E are on the consent agenda. Does any member of the committee have any questions or request a presentation on any of the items? All right, hearing none, we will look to staff for any online written comments before we take a roll call or a vote.
Thank you, Chair. We have received no online written comments for the consent agenda.
Okay, is there a motion to approve?
Chair, I'll move to approve the consent agenda. Mayor Freeman.
Okay,
Second, Mayor Wheatley.
all right, we have a first motion by Mayor Freeman, a second motion by Mayor Wheatley. Please leave your cameras on for a vote. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those who oppose say nay. Okay, I believe we have everyone's vote and we have approval of the agenda item as presented. All right, we will go ahead and proceed with item number 5. Item number 5 is the Executive Director's Report. This item is on the agenda for information. Audra Kester-Thomas will present the update.
Thank you, Madam Chairwoman. I don't have a specific report and certainly wouldn't want to get in front of Ms. Kalakalack to provide the latest on legislative sessions, so we can proceed to item number 6.
Great, thank you so much. We will proceed with the legislative update with Samantha Kalakalack.
Thank you, Madam Chair, members of Regional Council Executive Committee. Last week kicked off the 57th second regular session at the legislature. Governor Hobbs gave her State of the State, where she addressed issues such as affordable housing, increasing costs, border security, education, and water. The governor's executive budget was released on Friday, which proposed $18.6 billion in total expenditures for fiscal year 27 and maintains a projected structural balance of $37.6 million after that. The Joint Legislative Budget Committee baseline report was released last Friday as well, that shows the general fund balance being $577 million. As of this morning, 1,220 bills have been dropped, and we are tracking those that are related to the work that we do here at MAG, including environmental planning, housing, and homelessness, and of course, transportation. I would like to provide a brief update on what we are tracking so far. House Bill 2106, Transportation Tax Deposit County Board. This bill is a repeat from last year that we tracked as well and is addressing the Pinal County collected revenues on the now struck down RTA tax. So this will not have an impact on Prop 479 funding. SB 1222, Light Rail Public Monies Prohibition, expands the prohibition on using public monies to extend light rail service in Phoenix by broadening the described boundary area and barring extensions to any area or property within 50 linear yards of that area.
Chairman, this is Mayor Wires.
Yes, Mayor Wires.
Could when she tells us the bills and the numbers, would she tell us who the sponsor is, please?
Absolutely. Happy to.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
House Bill 2106, Transportation Tax Deposit County Board. That is Representative Martinez who introduced that bill. And she was the same sponsor of the mirror bill that was introduced last year as well. And then SB 1222, Light Rail Public Monies Prohibition. That is Senator Mesnard. We are also tracking several bills related to declining HERF revenues and potential impacts on those bills related to HERF funding. With that, that completes my report, and I'm happy to answer any questions.
Thanks so much, Samantha. Do any members have any questions or comments? Alrighty, that concludes item number 6. Thanks so much again, Samantha. We will go ahead and proceed with item number 7, future agenda items from the membership. Are there any requests? All right, hearing none, we will go to item number 8, which are comments from the committee. Any comments or announcements? All right, looks like there are none. We will go ahead and adjourn this. The next meeting of the Regional Council Executive Committee will be on Tuesday, February 17th, 2026 at 12 p.m. With no further business, today's meeting is adjourned. Thanks so much, everyone. Enjoy your Tuesday.